They be calling us cruel, us African chucking niggas. They be calling us like animals and shit. Alright, this the Death Row's craziest last meal, bruh. If I'm getting death row, my nigga, I ain't gonna lie, I ain't gonna ask for nothing too crazy. I just at least want a little filet mignon with, you know, some mashed potatoes. No garlic mashed potatoes, nothing too crazy. Had a little sauteed vegetables on the side, bitch. No, little something.
That the judicial system might serve to you on a hot.
This nigga Fado, Papa Meat,
what can I possibly talk
aka
about?
Meat
The
King.
last meal. Death row inmates get a last.
What y'all want? What y'all getting for y'all last meal? Takis and chocolate milk.
That's just metal. And the last meal became more common in the United States in the early 1800s.
That's fucking foul.
To...
So, why are you? Okay, look. Okay. It's a thing that's been going on for years, obviously. They're not gonna stop it. But like, why are you giving somebody like a deplorable human being, like terrible human being, like should have been snapped away, Thanos style? Why are you giving this nigga a good last meal? Like, why can this nigga get a good last meal? Like, why? I want you to think about that, and I want somebody to give me a valid answer. It can even be a bullshit answer, but it can at least sound violent. I get we humans, given the death penalty is kind of crazy. You're taking somebody's life. You are taking somebody's life. Death penalty is, I think it's kind of bad. But there are some people out there who are just like say like a Dahmer or something. You got like a Dahmer out there, or like what's another killing ass nigga, just like disgusting killing ass nigga. Like obviously they all got their backstories or whatever, but like they just can get a good meal at the end. Like, oh yeah, I got a good meal, woohoo! Like at the end of it, like what the fuck? That nigga might get a better meal than somebody who ain't even on death row and he just got clapped, just died out of nowhere, boom, gone. That's kind of crazy to me. Seems like they worried about the wrong shit. Shout out Papa Meat for the therapy. I know some fuck niggas out there who need it. Get a therapist. You're not too good for therapy. I don't care if you think you're wasting your time. If you need to talk to somebody, you can't talk to somebody, go talk to somebody. I'm not getting all serious either. Go do that shit. Real shit. Alright, now I gotta skip the ad. Thank you though, Papa Meat.
Back to the video. The first guy we're talking about is the Vampire of Dusseldorf.
Oh my god, is this fucking Jack the Ripper?
For sure. He had a habit of trying to drink the blood from the wounds of some of his victims.
I'll put CC on for y'all too.
Here we go with this Vlad the Impaler bullshit. Peter Kürten was a German serial killer sentenced to death in 1931 of 9 counts of murder and 7 counts of attempted murder. He requested a Wiener Schnitzel, fried potatoes, and a bottle of wine for his final meal. He enjoyed it so much that he asked for seconds of all of it. This looks like a guy that would have a nice Wiener Schnitzel.
Oh my god.
Also, if you're gonna try to drink the blood, why would you not try to go the blood? So
that nigga picture look like one of them creepypasta pictures, bro.
It does sound pretty good. It does sound pretty good. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it matches the crime. It'd be weird knowing somebody did something terrible and they're just like having just a really enjoyable meal. That would be the weirdest thing for me if you're a prison guard.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh my god, wow. Cutting the plate, you know.
Look, look.
This is compliments to the chef. Like eating the food. It'd be very hard to just not be like,
see, as a chef for eating that food, I gotta spit in that bitch one time. I gotta just
ignorant of this, but there's a guy
nastiest loogie ever
who was falsely, he did some terrible of this, but there was a guy in the Middle East, I think, who was he did some terrible crime, but it was like something where people tricked him into doing it. It was a guy who was like kind of simple-minded, and you see him like on death row eating this like rice dish, whatever, with his hands, whatever, but he's like shaking because he's scared about dying, whatever. It's fucking sad, but, you know, it is what it is. John Wayne Gacy, the killer clown.
Oh yeah, fuck this nigga.
Made like 1 billion movies about this fat fuck. He was convicted of
movies.
His victims with the promise
of tripping. Did y'all hear that iPhone noise too, nigga? I thought my headphones died. I had to grab my charger.
And then tortured
what the fuck?
Murdered them.
I mean, this guy was a real jerk.
It's crazy, but there's a reason why everybody has the right to a trial regardless of the crime. Yeah.
That's why the crawl space thing is, you hear that, it's because John Wayne Gacy. Check the crawl space, you know. His last meal
I believe everybody should get their right to their trials, of course,
chicken,
but
French fries and a pound of strawberries. That to me.
But if you're just giving somebody death row, there's no chance of like yeah, there's gonna be a trial, but like you're losing your life at the end of it. It's not like you're going straight to jail and just rotting there. You're literally finna die, get taken out. Like, whereas you could have just got taken out by life. Like, it's like that thing where you just like controlling somebody's death. Like, you know what I'm saying? I know he's a terrible nigga, but like I feel like just rotting and just not knowing you never getting out is just worse than death. Death is just you out of there. And like obviously we don't know what happens
see
after
chicken in
death.
general,
Like he
just
can
as a
have some
Big Mac. I
painful
just
shit
don't
happen
like
to him,
fried
but
chicken in general.
you know what I'm saying? But we
Fingertips
don't know
and
that.
stuff.
Like what if he
French fries with
just
a pound of strawberries?
like what if you know what I'm saying?
Purposely would order,
This
like,
nigga
a
could be
fucked up
chilling.
last meal, so, like,
This nigga
when
could
they
be
die, that
chilling at the
shit
local
dance
beach he used to.
locally, and they have to clean it
He
up.
used to fuck his girl at or
I
something
don't
at the
know, maybe.
beach.
I
He
think
could be.
that the bucket of
He was the most
original
deplorable
KFC
nigga. He
chicken
probably
would
at the
be that
beach as a
thing to
ghost
have
right
you
now. Like
fucking
this.
explode out your asshole whenever you die. The pound of strawberry. I'm not. The strawberry's okay. I like strawberries more than like
I don't know.
blueberries. But if I had to do a fruit, I'd rather have like a pound of grapes. If I'm being honest, I'm not a big strawberry guy. I've never.
Strawberry
you know,
is
people are like,
fire.
I love strawberry. I don't think I've ever had like a really like nice sweet strawberry.
Oh,
What?
That's because they're made not sweet anymore. They're made to look nice, so the sweetness is all gone.
Back then though, I bet John
It's that
was easy.
GMO
It's
shit.
really
They be
sweet
putting
strawberry,
wax and
though.
shit on
Good
the
call,
apples,
dude.
all
Too
that.
bad you're a fucking monster. I hope you're burning in hell, you son of a bitch. Aline Warrens.
Oh my god. Yeah,
This
she
is
did
a crazy,
that shit.
crazy woman who killed 7 men between 1989 and 1990, claiming they had either raped or attempted to rape her while she was working as a prostitute. Last meal was just a cup of coffee. That's cold, dude. To be
Yeah,
fair,
she's
she did
insane.
kill
Is it just
people
black
who were
coffee?
Obviously bad as well. It's you know, it's not black and white. A lot of gray. But I will say, man, a cup of coffee. What would you like your final meal to be? Just a cup of coffee.
Oh god, that's dark as hell.
Also, if I'm being honest too, just as like a person that is standing back and thinking about this, it's a bad mouthfeel when you die. Just like a cup of coffee, especially when people used to cup of coffee and a cigarette.
think it's
Holy
they
shit,
send off meal,
horrible
just like
mouthfeel.
yeah,
Oh,
of
she
course
looks
they
like a
send off
psychopath.
meal. No family.
She was there was a Charlize Theron movie called Monster. I think Charlize Theron got an Oscar for that role. So if you ever want to watch a movie about her, also I think Winona Ryder's in it. Or no,
I do.
always
I have
mistake
like,
this girl with Winona
like
Ryder.
I got
It's
empathy
Winona
for
Ryder,
like
though.
the
It's
their old them, like they child them. You
Please.
know what I'm saying? Like before all this shit, like cause you know something could have went wrong. You know what I'm saying? But like
her lover.
it's just crazy.
How
to
about
me.
Lawrence
like,
Russell Brewer?
You have
who was one
empathy
of
for the
3
old them, but
convicted for
the
heinous
like
hate crime
them
murder
after
of
is just
James
like
Byrd in
fuck.
Jasper, Texas in 1988. Disgusting,
hard to.
horrible, racist, violence. This guy was a
always
fucking
factors that
monster,
go into
absolute
things.
fucking piece of shit. But his last meal was 2 chicken fried steaks smothered in gravy with sliced onions, a triple patty bacon
Damn.
cheeseburger, a cheese omelet with ground beef, tomatoes, onions, bell peppers, and jalapenos, a large bowl of fried okra,
Ah,
ketchup,
yeah.
1
He-
pound
that boy
of
was black
barbecued
as
meat with
hell.
a half a loaf of white
Yeah,
bread, 3
that's a real
fajitas with
country
all
nigga,
the
bruh.
toppings, a Pizza Hut meat lovers pizza, a pint of Bluebell vanilla ice cream, a slab of peanut butter fudge with crushed peanuts, and 3 root beers.
That
The
nigga
3
was
root
just
beers are
being
not
mannish with
that
it. He
is
just
so
straight
much
mannish
bullshit.
with it,
However,
bro. Real
Brewer did not
shit.
eat any of this
Like-
meal, leading to the Texas Department of Criminal Justice to end the 87-year-old.
That wasn't a
prohibition of
nigga who
giving special
ordered all
access to
that?
condemned inmates. Execution: Lawrence Russell Brewer was executed by lethal injection September 21st.
That sounded like a nigga
He ruined it for
meal.
everybody. He was a
I'm
piece
not
of
gonna
shit
lie.
in real life, and he was a
Somebody's
piece of shit in
southern
death.
ass
What a fucking
granddaddy.
waste of life. Fuck you, dude. You know, I wish they could have done. I wish that they would have just like slowly just peeled off his skin, and then inmates could have eaten him. That's what other death row inmates have to eat. Taking a layer of his skin off every day, and then they fucking have a handful of salt and they just throw it at him every day.
On
It
some
wouldn't be enough
terrified
too.
shit.
He's still a fucking big piece of shit. Fuck that guy. Ted Bundy, which is funny because people say he's
Bundy.
the sexiest.
I don't really know too much about
Unibrow
Ted
does
Bundy,
not
but
age
I do
well,
be
though.
hearing
Other
the
than I
girls
rock
do be
unibrow
thirsting over him and shit.
unintentionally,
What's
which
up with
means
y'all
shave it.
thirsting over
Ted
serial
Bundy,
killers,
he
ladies?
was
Like, what the fuck?
definitely
Got,
around
what y'all got
I remember
going on?
Zac Efron played him in a Ted Bundy movie.
Really?
Wow, that looked good looking. He was responsible for rape, necrophilia, and murder of over 30 young women across several states in the 1970s. He
God.
often used his charm and feigned injuries to lure his victims. His last meal, because he declined it, so he was given a standard steak, eggs, and hash browns, toast, milk, coffee, juice, butter, and jelly. He didn't even ask for it. What the fuck
Yeah, he
is
just
he even
had
here,
like
man?
a
Timothy
he just had
McVeigh.
like a
What
little
fucking-
IHOP
I feel like people
meal,
know
little
Timothy
Denny's,
McVeigh's name, but they don't
little
remember the
1960s
Oklahoma City
Denny's
bombing.
meal.
I feel like that's been overshadowed by shit. Oklahoma City bombing in 1995 was a big fucking deal. Fucking kill. It was for like some Olympic thing. I
Oh
can't
shit, it
fucking
didn't come
remember.
out.
All I know is that he did a big Oklahoma City bombing. I'm pretty sure Clint Eastwood made a movie because I'm pretty sure a security officer was blamed for the crime, and the whole movie is just him being like, "I wish I could be a cop," but he's like too fat. It's like Paul Blart, but in real life. They find out they're like, they caught him. They
Boy's
caught
stupid.
Timothy This guy died 2 weeks later from a heart attack. You're like, oh shit. Anyways, Timothy McVeigh asked for 2 pints of mint chocolate chip ice cream. Pretty good. I like mint chocolate chip ice cream. I think a lot of people think that's like
I
an
dropped sweet tea everywhere, man.
Pistachio.
It's a timeless classic.
Oh my
no,
God.
Pistachios for like San Francisco. Tennessee
Why are you
inmate
so
Philip
mean?
Workman asked that a vegetarian pizza be distributed to any homeless person in Nashville. His 2007 request was denied by prison officials, but some local groups decided to fulfill his wishes and donated pizza to homeless shelters. What a good guy. Put up what he did on the screen right here. What a great guy.
What'd he say?
To the homeless shelters. What a good guy. Put up what he did on the screen right
Oh my God.
Here. What a great guy. Could you at least
That's
give
some
the homeless
crazy
people
shit,
vegetarian
bro.
pizzas? I bet you all those homeless people were like, where's the pepperoni? In 1979, Marion
Robbed
Albert
a nigga
Poot went
and
on a
killed him
killing spree that
in
claimed the
Wendy's.
lives of 5 victims. He was convicted and placed on death row in Arkansas. Fuck. He ate only a portion of his sizable last meal, 3 bites from one of his 2 cheeseburgers he requested, 6 slices of an 8-slice pizza, and 8 slices of fried green tomatoes. He ate half of his onion rings and neglected his fries completely. He drank a quart of buttermilk and had a slice of pecan pie. He was probably bloated as shit going into
See,
that
bruh.
fucking execution. My God.
Some of
A
these
quart
niggas
of
meal-
buttermilk? Holy
Some
fuck.
of these niggas meals is normal, but
sounds like
who?
sour.
If you just
A
drinking
slice of
buttermilk,
pecan
you
pie.
crazy, boy.
I mean, you know, he went on a killing spree. What a fucking monster. The man convicted of murdering Charles Lindbergh's baby, Bruno Richard Hauptmann, opted for a
This nigga
final
killed the
meal
baby.
of chicken, butter peas, french fries, olives, celery, cherries, and a slice of cake before its execution in 1936. You can tell they're just kind of scrambling for thoughts, too, whenever it's that sporadic. Chicken, butter peas, you're like, okay. French fries, oh, okay. Olives, celery, okay. Cherries, righty. And then he's just like, and for dessert, a slice of
Yeah,
cake.
he was just. He
All
was.
right,
That
I'm
nigga
good
was
to go.
just. That nigga
That's-
had
that's
some
the biggest
period
thing. I wish I
cravings.
could go back down.
nigga
and look
period
at, like, the
cravings.
rating they gave it. See people
Like,
who are
'cause
just
what
like,
the
that
fuck?
sucked. I think there is one guy who was just like, this is terrible. In September 2010, Teresa Lewis became the first female convict to be killed by lethal injection in the state of Virginia. She was
Damn, the
convicted
first.
of killing her husband and stepson. Her final meal request: sweet peas and butter, fried chicken, German chocolate cake, and Dr. Pepper. That's horrible, Teresa. You're a horrible person, but my God, straight as an arrow order. She'd been thinking about that for a while.
Oh,
Killing her
God.
husband and stepson. Come on. What are you thinking there? You don't have the clarity to think there, but you have the clarity to order this perfectly ordered last meal. Honestly, out of all these so
bro.
far, I think Teresa Lewis.
Bro,
has
you
the
gotta
best,
be,
like, the most,
bro.
like,
You real talk. It's gonna be my last time pausing it. Fuck, I can't speak. But you gotta be in a crazy mindset to just go kill your son and your stepson and your husband. You have to be in a crazy mind state, y'all. Like, y'all have to think about that, bro. That's not just some shit you just wake up and just do. Like, you gotta be planning this shit out in your head. Like, are you not thinking of oh my God, just thinking about all of that is just
this
crazy
is a
to
proper
me.
meal. Good for her.
And
Well,
then
she
they don't
died.
even see it coming because they're
Convicted
just like,
murderer Ronnie Lee Gardner enjoyed his last meal of steak,
That's
lobster
wild,
tail,
bro.
apple pie, vanilla ice cream, and a 7-Up 2 days before his execution by firing squad in Utah in 2010.
they still sell
Firing
7
squad
Up.
is still a form of wow. He chose to spend his final days fasting, reading the spy thriller Divine Justice, and watching Lord of the Rings films. I mean,
Wow.
he's a
You can
murderer,
do
and he's
all
a bad
that?
person, but wow. Another great meal, but also, as soon as he said the Lord of the Rings films, I was like, wish I was there watching with him. Sounds fun. I did not know firing squad was still a form of execution. That's crazy. 2010. And also, he fasted, so he could really enjoy that last
Firing Squad?
Dude, I tell you what, though, it'd be hard to watch his Lord of the Rings.
Nigga, is that what I think it is?
Stephen Wayne Anderson sentenced to die after fatally shooting an 81-year-old California woman in 1980. Asked for 2 grilled cheese sandwiches, a mix of hominy and corn, and a pint of plain cottage cheese. He topped it all off with
What
a
is
piece of
hominy?
peach pie, a pint of chocolate chip ice cream, and radishes. God. And I don't know if I want to put this in, but shooting an 81-year-old woman still gets you a death penalty?
She still had a long life.
Well, that's what I'm saying is it's like shooting somebody on their way out the door. You know, it's like, honestly,
Oh
that's
my
a death
God.
penalty. Should've been
Hey, that's crazy.
That actually made my stomach.
That's some
fucking hurt.
crazy
Holy
shit.
James Edward Smith
Oh
was
my
charged with
God.
robbery and murder in March
That's
of
some crazy
1983. Authority was charged with kidnapping, robbery, and murder in March of 1963. He was the last person to put to death in the state of Iowa and was sentenced to death by hanging, according to Murderpedia.
Hanging?
Another huge shout out. Figura
Firing
asked for a
squad,
single
hanging,
olive with
the
pit still in for his
chair,
last meal.
lethal
He told guards he
injection.
hoped to be an olive
Nigga.
tree would sprout from his grave as a sign of peace. After
Hey.
Figura was pronounced dead,
All I gotta say, they be calling us cruel, us African ear chucking niggas. They be calling us like animals and shit. But you literally just sat here and came up with a lethal injection, hanging a nigga, a firing squad, boo boo boo, just shooting at a nigga. That's what I think it is. And then the electric chair, and then you're sitting there, and everybody's watching that.
authorities found the pit from the olive in one of his suit pockets. I wonder if they took it out just to be dicks. Fucking, I messed up. I wanted to learn how to make. What if it was just Tylenol? I wanted to learn how to make Tylenol. And the doctor's just like, they give it to me. I don't make the drugs here. And he's just like, you son of a bitch. Ronald Clark O'Brien. He was executed in 1984. A lot of 80s ones in here, I'm noticing. He killed his 8-year-old son with cyanide-laced candy. Ugh. The
Whoa.
monster. He handed out 4 other cyanide-laced pixie sticks. Though his poor son was the only casualty, he killed his own child in order to cash out on a life insurance policy.
He's the reason why everyone says, check your candy.
That's some fucked up shit.
Last meal was a
Luckily, he
T-bone
didn't kill
steak,
the other
medium to
children,
well
but
done.
his own son, though, is fucking
I want my
wild.
meat dry. Can I make it as dry as possible? Fries with ketchup, whole kernel corn, sweet peas, lettuce, tomato salad, egg, French dressing, iced tea, sweetener, saltines, Boston cream pie, and rolls. They should give him some candy. There you go. Yeah, you forgot your mint. Like 1 mint there. He's like, I don't think I want it. Buddy, your breath's kind of stinky from that T-bone steak. You might as well probably plop that mint in your mouth, huh? Cash out on a life insurance policy.
Ruined Halloween for everyone.
And then he ruined Halloween for everybody. Way to go, Ronald. Delbert Teague did not ask for final meal on the day of his execution in Texas in 1998. However, at the request of his mother, he decided to have a hamburger. Which is just kind of funny. It's just like, Mom, I don't want anything.
Yeah, you can't go wrong with a good burger, bro. Especially with some bacon on it.
Thomas J. Grasso, the botched last meal. Now, I'm pretty sure this is the one where the guy complains about it. Pretty funny. Thomas J. Grasso was executed in 1995 in Oklahoma for strangling an 87-year-old woman in her home with her Christmas tree lights. These fucking 80-year-old women gotta fucking watch out, dude. People are
yeah.
He reportedly
Nigga just
stole
killed
$12
that.
and a
Like,
cheap
what's up with
television set.
that?
His last meal was
the second
extravagant, to say
one.
at least 2 dozen steamed mussels, 2 dozen
They just
steamed
killing old
clams,
ladies
a
'cause
double
they can't
cheeseburger
go
from
kill a
Burger
nigga
King,
with
a
some
half
strength,
dozen
like,
barbecued spare ribs,
niggas,
2
like you said,
large
they on
strawberry
their
milkshakes,
way
half
out the
pumpkin
door.
pie, and a whipped cream with diced
So
strawberries,
shit.
and one more thing, supposedly a 16-ounce can of spaghetti with meatballs.
Unless
Or
you
at
fucking
least that's
Jackie
what
Chan
prison
or
thought.
something,
His
nigga.
last words suggest were, I did not get my SpaghettiOs, I got spaghetti.
Arnold
I want the
Schwarzenegger
press
gonna
to
be
know
that
this.
nigga till
I
he
did not
like
get
90.
SpaghettiOs, I got spaghetti. I want the press to know this. Can you imagine the press being like, if he ate all of that, that's fucking insane. But I do like the idea of him getting like a plate of spaghetti. His face is just like covered in like ketchup and like strawberry shakes and stuff. He's like, question. This is spaghetti, not SpaghettiOs. Am I dying today? Because this isn't what I requested. John Martin Scripps, he was executed in 1996, dubbed the tourist from hell by British tabloids because he posed as a tourist. He went on a spree murdering 3 tourists, Gerald Lowe in Singapore and Shelley and Darren Damund in Thailand. With another 3 unconfirmed victims, he cut up all of his victims' bodies using butchery skills acquired in prison before disposing of them. His last meal, pizza and hot chocolate. Personally, that's one of the most offensive last meals here.
Wow, he
Pizza
learned
and hot
butchery
chocolate,
in
just
prison
the
and he
hot
used
pepper
that
is what's
shit.
kind of getting me. You don't want a Coke? Nice can of Coke.
When he
Gerald
got
Lee
out
Mitchell, candy
to
lover
kick-
to the end.
Wow.
Okay. Gerald Lee Mitchell allegedly shot 2 men after robbing them during a drug deal. In a separate case, he was convicted of murder after the shooting death of a man who refused to give him a necklace he wanted. His attorney claimed that at the time of the murders, he had an IQ of
fucking
75.
necklace,
I'm pretty
bro.
sure that's legally retarded and may have been borderline retarded. There it is. Not operating at full capacity at the
go.
time of the crimes. However, what makes the case stand out more than anything else, not his crime or his personal background, but the strange last meal request. A bag of Jolly Rancher candies, assorted flavors. Yeah, that's kind of weird. For a retarded guy, I don't know if it's that crazy. Just a bag of hard candies. I guess they'll throw around his mouth. Why not? Stephen Woods. He was executed in
That
2011.
nigga's
The murder of a
stupid.
young couple, even after many appeals and being backed by some popular nonprofits, media organizations. Last meal, 2 pounds
Gotta
of
make
bacon.
sure my lips went white on this bitch. They is
It's a
feeling a
lot
little
of
dry.
bacon. A large
what you
Ford
talking about?
pizza, Ford fried chicken.
Got that
crust,
guy now. Walk around with cotton mouth.
2 drinks, each of Mountain Dew, Pepsi, root beer, sweet tea, 2 pints of ice
Wanna
cream,
listen to
5
DDG
chicken
around
fried
here.
steaks,
Doodle
2
grab
hamburgers
tornado.
with bacon, fries, and a dozen garlic breadsticks with marinara on the side. Mamma mia, Papa Pia. Stevie Woods got some diarrhea. That's gonna be for real. My word. Robert Dale Conklin, who was
Oh my
executed in
God.
2005. While on parole
Holy
for armed
shit,
robbery, he
that
killed a
nigga
man
looks
by
like the
sticking a screwdriver
Antichrist
in
for
his ear
real.
and twisting it around. He then dissected the body and put select parts of it down the garbage disposal. Silly, it's not gonna go down there. Silly Billy. But what was his last meal? Filet mignon
Bro,
wrapped in
you have to
bacon.
be in a crazy. What do I keep telling you? You have to be in a crazy mindset. This nigga tried to put
Shrimp
body parts
sauteed in garlic
down a
butter with
garbage
lemon, a
disposal.
baked potato with butter,
What are you
sour
doing
cream,
at
chives,
that
and real
point,
bacon
bruh?
bits, corn on the cob, asparagus with
fucking
hollandaise sauce,
crazy.
French bread with butter, goat cheese, cantaloupe, apple pie with vanilla bean ice cream, and an iced tea. Not bad. And also, dare I say, decadent.
While y'all
And
sitting
dumb
here
enough to
watching
think
my
that
stream,
something like
that shit
would
is
go in
happening to
garbage
somebody
disposal.
right now. You have to be in a crazy
I kinda want that
mindset
to be
to
my
do some shit
catchphrase
like
for the
that,
video.
bruh.
It's not the best, but you know.
It's just crazy. Like, how do you get there though? To like,
Robert
like
Alton
besides
Harris,
drugs, like what if it wasn't
1992,
drugs?
His last words were, "You can be king or a street sweeper, but everybody dances with the Grim Reaper." A quote from Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey. Sick, Robert. Keanu Reeves
Wow.
is the fucking
What a niche quote. What a
last
niche
meal,
quote.
a 21-piece
Only
bucket
real
of
ones will
Kentucky Fried
understand.
Chicken, 2 large Domino pizzas, no anchovies, ice cream, a bag of jelly beans, a 6-pack of Pepsi, and a pack of Camel cigarettes. Disgusting, disgusting mouthfeel. Unbelievable. Also, he murdered 2 innocent
Boy,
teenage
your
boys who were
teeth
in the
go
Jack in
feel
the Box
crazy
party.
after
this
that,
guy just
nigga.
screams corporate food. I mean, Kentucky Fried Chicken, Domino's.
A bag of
you got
candy
jelly
corn
beans,
is equal
fucking
to all
Pepsi,
that
Camel
shit that nigga
cigarettes,
ate
and
in his
fucking
last meal.
Murder was in the
All
Jack
that
in
he
the
just
Box
named.
parking lot. The franchise killer. William Bonin. Bonin, I thought he was blown out. Executed in 1996, the famous freeway killer. He tortured, raped, and killed at least 21 boys. Okay. He would get male sex workers, young hitchhikers, and schoolboys into his truck.
Wow.
Them to brutally them, often using their own t-shirts to strangle them. His last meal was 2 pepperoni and sausage pizzas, 3 servings of chocolate ice cream, and 3 6-packs of Coca-Cola
Whoa,
Pepsi. He raped this,
why
raped
are you
that,
giving
strangled
this
this, he
nigga
strangled
a
that. By the way,
meal?
he got 2 big
Let
pizzas
this
and
nigga
Coca-Cola.
starve, bruh.
I just don't like it.
Let him starve, bro. His,
Gary Carl, his last meal consisted of a Pizza Hut
I don't
Supreme
care.
deep dish
I don't
pizza,
care about
10
none of that
packs of
shit.
Parmesan cheese, 10 packs of ranch dressing, dude. Constipation. A family-sized bag of nacho cheese Doritos, 8 ounces of jalapeno nacho cheese, 4 ounces of sliced jalapeno peppers, 2 large strawberry milkshakes, 2 cherry cokes, 1 supersized order of McDonald's fries with extra ketchup and mayo.
Damn,
2 pints of strawberry ice cream.
supersized. They supersized that nigga with the
29,000
fries.
calories. That is a recipe.
That
to
nigga
be
ate a
constipated.
Matt
If
Stoney
anybody
meal.
wants to repeat this and eat it, just know you're going to get
Matt
constipated.
Stoney,
That is
get that
so
nigga
much
on that
dairy and
shit.
cheese. Holy shit. Oh, and then John
Matt Stoney ain't no
Spinkley
murderer,
requested Jack
but
Daniels before his
shit.
execution and
Get
was
him on that
therefore given
challenge.
2 shots of bourbon before being put to death. That's not a terribly unsmart thing. Get kind of drunk and then just kind of get faded away. You know what? If you're on death row, you're bound to be a pretty bad person. You know, and after reading this, I almost don't like it. I almost don't like that you get the final big whatever you want last meal, because it kind of goes out like you kind of got what you wanted in the end. Like, not necessarily the crime, but it's something where it's like one last thing to where it's
Yeah,
like,
like,
I
I'm
got
sure they
mine
don't give a
before
fuck
I
that they're
went out. It's a
dying,
little
bro.
thing, but
Except
to
that
me,
one
after
nigga
reading
was
all this,
shaking.
it's weird looking at like the harsh crimes of something and then seeing how like lucrative or like specifically tailored these meals are and like to their wants and desires. I think it's just like, dude, you get a bologna and cheese sandwich with a Capri Sun. Fucking deal with it. Well, I want my last meal. Well, dude, you're gonna die. So sorry. No. Why don't you talk to me after the fucking service? Is what I would say. Pieces of shit. And then I know,
Right.
you know, I'm gonna end this fucking video with this. I know you're probably wondering what mine would be. My last meal would be.
Hey, with the way this nigga animations be, bruh.
This is me shooting from the hip, so
Shit.
this I'm
Watch
not
out for me.
thought about this. I would say 3 wings and cheese
A
fries
plan.
with a peanut in Kansas City with blue cheese.
But I'm not.
All right, thank you all so much for watching. Please,
Good
don't
video.
go on death row so I don't have to cover you in the future.
I agree.
Bye.